Hey everybody, welcome back to Jess Plays Fallow. I am trying to figure out what I need to do next. I've come back down here to this turbine. The old bones clicked softly underfoot. But I'm not really 100% sure what I need to be doing. So I got the turbine going again. I'm a little stuck because I'm not sure how to get the power back on in the house. Like I took all of the, I took out all these sockets, but I have no idea where the heck I'm supposed to find another fuse, you know? Like, so I'm looking around, and I'm gonna see if I can find some fuses, maybe outside the house. Like, the house is huge, there's gotta be fuses or something somewhere, right? Like, you know? It's just really strange. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. I am doing not too shabby myself. There's something down here. Right, okay, and I'm not supposed to go out. Because that's like a bad ending. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good week. I have been doing a bunch of work stuff this week. I got to play a little bit of Final Fantasy XIV, which has been nice. Want to do some more Eden raids soon and stuff, because I haven't really done a whole lot of that. But yeah, Nate and I were talking about what we're doing for streaming going forward. And so we've done quite a bit. It's, we need to do, like, some prep stuff to get it set up and whatnot, but, yeah, we did it, and it's gonna be good. I hope you guys enjoy. Large appliance of some kind dominate the wall. Remember when I thought this chair was a person? I'm a little nervous because, like, this weekend coming up, I'm gonna have to do, some, like, official, like, translation stuff, where I'm going to have to take care of translating, like, this big, giant work meeting, which is kind of, like, stressful and upsetting. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to get... I'm gonna see where... Where am I supposed to get this, like... I'm supposed to be finding this big ol' fuse to put in the box, right? So, like, standard fuse socket previously held a 20 amp fuse. And then I need this 80 amp one, but I don't know where I'm supposed to get that. Unless I'm supposed to get it from the car outside, maybe? Door failsafe. Okay, that's not it. Okay, I guess it's gonna be... Right? I have to get that door open. I need to get the power on somehow. And that's what I can't seem to figure out how to do. Woods of Alburn looked very still outside. Cupboards of untouched dry goods. Pantry. What's this? Oh. Have we been over here? Oh, a 30 amp fuse. Look new. I see. So we just need to go a little crazy. Okay. Alright, so we need things to get mind bendy. Alright, we have a 30 amp fuse. Where can we use this? So I guess things are gonna get, like, space spendy. I thought I felt something run through the fuse as it closed the circuit. Alright, I need a couple 20 amps. So, let's see... Do I have to, like, look outside? Because, like, basically what that was it just was, like, hallway went weird. And then hallway was suddenly not weird. So I have to assume that I gotta try and figure out more of that. Not really 100% sure why that worked. Being in this house reminds me a little bit of the original, gosh, what was it called? Darkseid? You know? Not sure, like... triggered them. Okay, battery low, battery charging. Okay, these are all 20 amp. Guess that's for all of the upstairs? I don't think there's any other fuse boxes up here. Have you guys ever, like, changed actual fuses in real life? 20, 20. I don't know if you guys have or not, because changing fuses in real life sucks. Just so you all know. Not a fun time. Here's one in the kitchen. And 80. I'm now wondering, like, have I soft locked myself? Do I, like, need to go back to an earlier save? You know? Like, maybe. Like, did I need to leave these here or something? Maybe. Alright, let me actually try that. Okay. That took a little while, since I had to, my last save was like beginning of day 2. So we're gonna have to do a couple things. I just came back in, I took out the one burned out fuse. And I guess that's what we're going to do for right now. I'm going to see if I can trigger that thing again. Which may require me to go back out to the backyard and pull that deer carcass out of the thing again. I'm also a little, like, not so happy because I have the, because I was doing stuff and I was like, oh, okay, blah, 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 and then I something freaking happened. And it sounded like something heavy fell, like, right next to me. But, no. I think somebody just, like, was doing something with a heavy-ass thing outside. Because, unfortunately, I do tend to have, weird, like... It's, like, very clear for me to hear things people are doing outside. Which is not always super fun, but... It's life living on the first floor. Alright, so, let's check this first. I wonder if we do need to actually, like, wait. Close it? Yeah, we can. Okay. Alright, I'm not gonna do anything just yet. Because I need to see if I can get that one single thing. The thing with this is, like, I never really care that much about, you know, having to figure out a puzzle when I'm on my own, but when I'm doing something and I'm, like, recording it or streaming it, it becomes extremely frustrating. And I think that is, you know, that's definitely something that bothers me, because I'm like, ugh, I just want to get this done. I have to re-get this, you know. Just keep going west. Go west. Da, 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 da. Go west. I don't remember the words to that song. Ugh. But yeah. We had this, like, very intense meeting today where our boss, like the head guy, kept talking about how we need to have more scrum arguments during our meetings, and it was just like, but he kept calling him scram, in English, and it was funny because we were like, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh no, like, I can hear the music. Alright, so this is all stuff we've seen before. We gotta go pick up that one... There's one, fuse? Not fuse. Little ampule? Or whatever it's called. Over here. We gotta go pick up. And we gotta open up that shortcut. I appreciate when they have, like, the little, like, footprints that show you where to go. Sometimes what happens in this game is, like, there's some sort of, like, weird textural thing happening, and I'm like, I'm not sure if this is a bug, or if this is, like, intentionally graphically weird. You know how that gets? Yeah, here's the 2-prong, and then I can open the thing. Alright, so, let's go see if we can re-trigger that thing in the house. I'm not 100% sure that I know exactly how to do that. But we can try, and that's really what matters. Because the thing is, like, I need to put in fuses. But, like, I found one fuse, and I'm not exactly sure what I need to do. Although, I will say that it might be, like, maybe I had to pay attention to the directions that you go through the rooms in, the dream? But, like, that feels... come on. Like, that's extremely brutal if I have to, like, remember how all that goes. Seems kinda unfair. Yeah, alright, so there's the thing over here. We're gonna follow that. And we're like, oh no, first floor hallway. It's closing behind us. Okay, and now we're here in this weird pyramid dimension. I wonder if maybe I bugged it out because I didn't go forward and I tried to go back out. Maybe. Okay. Let's go see if we can make this work, huh? Go here. I start this now? Is this gonna work now? Guest room, parlor, main hallway, study. No, guess it's not. Weird. So I could figure out how to trigger that. I guess I need more stuff, but where am I supposed to get it? Is my question. So like there was that weird thing where we slipped into that alternate dimension. And then things were like changing behind us. And we're like, okay. I don't know. Very strange. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a great week so far. My week has been okay. I'm really tired. Like, it's just my life recently is just being exhausted, and there's all these things I want to do, and so many cool things I want to, like, try, and, like, all this, like, translation stuff I want to do, and everything else, and it's so tiring. I just don't have time. Just don't have time for it. Alright, I need to get into the basement, which means I need to get that thing. Can I take that 30... Okay, let's see if I can use this in a different part of the house. Let's go into the kitchen, see if I can use it in there. There we go. Okay. Okay. Alright, now we're actually doing something. Huh. Alright. Large, intricately crafted flat iron stove. Yeah. We'll look at the shiny in a second. Radiators covered with thick layer of dust. Okay. Dishes were still clustered around the sink filled with dust. A 30-amp fuse. It looked new. Heck yes! Okay, that's already on. What other fuse boxes do we have? There's the one in the front. How about this one? These both look like they're bunk, though, so I don't know. Can I turn this on? Have I tried to turn this on? Yeah, hasn't really. Alright, let's come down here and look at this fuse. Has this done anything? Nope. It sure has not. Battery charging. I wonder if I can get into the basement. Alright, we're gonna pull this new fuse back out for right now. Let's go check out the basement door, I guess, since that's like a thing that we can actually access. Oh, let's go see if something is in the pantry. Covers of untouched dry goods. Nothing. I wonder if I have to take both of these with me and use them elsewhere and like... Yeah, I wonder if that's what I have to do, if that's the puzzle. Okay. Like, I got what I needed from here, and now I need to go to... where can I go that has 2 fuses? Up here? Yeah. Okay. Yep, that seems to be the case. In it. Oh. This took a turn. Okay, so this needs 3. I can do this. Let me do the stuff downstairs, too. I think this one also takes 3 to show. Okay, the bookshelf was largely bare, save for some jars and a few books on mythology. Interesting. Looked like the bedding had just been changed yesterday. Okay, so it's gotten me 4 fuses, which is good. It's positive. Okay, let's see what's in this study. No strange polygonal symbols. Notes on stroke order and the context of patterns. So underworld is an upper right-hand triangle. Stroke to determine context. Oh, it's like kanji. Okay, 30 amp fuse, nice. Old metal washtub had been claimed by a thin layer of rust. A large stout vessel made of what appeared to be ceramic. Empty. How do I get in there? Weird. Let's see if this bedroom I can... Nah, I can't turn that on. That might be the kitchen. Okay. Let's come over here. I need 3 for the upstairs. And I guess those remaining 2 are going to be left because I need them for the, Actually, let me put these in here real quick, because I need to check that room out. Oh, I only need 1, apparently. It's fine, everybody. You just need 1 fuse. It's okay. Oh, hi. Okay. She says it like I'll never know what she keeps down there. It comes to me in my sleep. I have dreams about that horror. Girl I married had a conscience. She adored me, even when the fear of what I'd lived through robbed me of rational thought. At a concern like this, she would do all she could, I know it. Here, I sleep beside a specter of that angel. My work consumes me also, but it keeps us safe, with a roof, walls, electricity from the skids. Largan's obsession takes everything away from us. We came here to escape. I never felt at home in my own world, but it's clear now that hers is not the haven I once thought it was. Tomorrow I'll leave that fey animal of hers and keep her. Oh. Tomorrow I'll leave. That fey animal of hers can keep her. Oh. Hi. Alright. Picking up all these fuses. What? Okay, that doesn't power that room. Doesn't power that room. Okay. Let's stick them in here. Before we do that, let's look at what's in these rooms. Really? Oh, I know why. It's because it's, you gotta, equipment circuit 1, equipment circuit 2, workshop. Alright. Battery charging, battery 100%, battery low, turbine failure is no longer a problem. Okay, I might find enough that I can actually turn everything on. Okay. But if that's so, then I'm already so close. It's true I'm obsessed with the work, and I've been a terrible wife. But this opportunity simply will not come again. I know Weara has family in the city. Perhaps she'll be better off there after all. If this works, if I can really escape. Interesting discovery regarding some new translations from the skids. World Eater is commonly read as a poetic name for the Dynan themselves, but I now hold this to be a mistranslation. You know how that feel? World Eater, I believe, refers to the machine used to summon the Dynan, spread all beneath the crust of our world, hollowing its flesh, consuming it in its construction. The skids, in fact, are the World Eater spoken of in the Book of Marianne, and I have watched it work. Okay. I hope I don't need to remember that. Loudspeakers built into the wall. Dry rot had claimed the foam suspension. The strange canister was full of dull ceramic construction. It was warm to the touch. Deep within it, I imagined I could feel a faint vibration. Ah, you crazy kids. Alright, let's go check out these rooms with power. Okay, doesn't feel like there's much going on here. Few simple dresses hung in the armoire, pale and worn and fairly stained. Simple bed. Painting of the Cleft of Aberth. Hear you moving around. Okay. Let's see here. We're gonna put a couple in here. Kitchen, bedroom, basement, failsafe. Okay. Let's go into that. some empty hangers. Okay. So we're gonna try the basement failsafe, huh? Not 100% sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. Like, maybe I need to put in all the sockets, you know what I mean? Guest room, parlor, main hallway, study. Okay. Is that all of them full? Okay, that one's full. This one's full. Okay, battery's charging. 300%, battery low. Basement lock, error if lit. This is the only one that's a problem still. I need to figure out what I need. Pyramid, weird little symbols. I'm sure I could probably figure this out. Alright, let's go to the kitchen real quick, because it's the basement. Ah, here it is. An industrial fuse marked 150 amps. Had I been there the whole time? That is a great question, and the answer is always no. 80 amps, burnt just like paper. Lightning, maybe? I pushed the 150 amp fuse into its socket. Alright. Okay, I think it goes this way. Maybe? Okay. Alright, so the basement door failsafe should be finished. Should be good, I just... Larkin and... I can't tell if the other wife's name is Vieira or Riera. I never know how I'm supposed to pronounce things. Okay, there's still an error with this. What the hell's the issue? So what's the error? I know that this is like, watch Jess, like, pitifully solve puzzles time. The air seemed to crackle as I reached for the fuse. I felt like throwing up. Okay, so you can't take that one out. That one's just stuck there. I have to do them in a particular way? In a particular order? Basement door failsafe lock. The other thing that I don't like is that there's something in that basement that we're gonna have to contend with. You know, like... I bet it's this. Okay, so... is the... Alright, so it's gonna go from the middle. Okay, so middle one, upper left, upper middle, upper right, middle right, and then bottom right. Seems to be how it goes. So you start from the middle and then go. Okay. Reset this. There we go. Alright, that didn't actually take that long to figure out. Great! I love it. I absolutely freaking love this. This is my favorite thing to do. Is to be in the creepy basement of an abandoned house where it's been insinuated that the previous tenant was keeping something weird down here. That's always what I like to hear, especially in like my spoopy, like, cosmic horror game. I do say that this, yeah, okay, great. Great, awesome, love to see it. I do have to say that, yeah, single prong valve, awesome. Too bad we need another one, so we need to go deeper. Oh. Alright, well that was anticlimactic. I should say I do believe these are some problematic sapphics. And I am here for it. I do really like the music in this game. Music in this game is really good. The art is really fun. Like, look at this, look at this. It definitely looks like a xenomorph that's like praising. And I'm here for it. Age room. Oh, always what I love to find deep underground. Alright, well, let's go left, I guess. Oh, cool. Strange machine embedded in the wall. I'm assuming this is a big square. Okay. Not going in there yet. Just see what's around this. It's probably the same. Just want to see. Hey, Lasset, or whatever your name is, I just want to talk, right? Like... Something pushed the atmosphere of the room like a great diaphragm as I entered. Gently, but with enough pressure to shift souls. A living presence swelling to watch me from an unknown dream parallel to this waking one. My body shook once. Stilled. Cool. Well, we found the dine-in. I'm being glib here, but, like, this is really cool. Bless this crazy Waloo-woo. Alright, yeah, this is pretty sick. You got this big-ass dine-in down here. Just hovering in the void beneath your manor. That's some aesthetic points right there. I gotta give props to that. It's like what they say. The vertical slit in the huge ceramic vat was etched at intervals with odd symbols. Alright, so our Yonic imagery is not an accident. Not that I thought it was, but, you know. Okay, so since I tend to... Okay, here's the 3-prong socket. I took it, my skin crawled. Here we go. Dine-in, baby! Okay, so it's the two-headed being that we saw in the weird thing from the diary. Strange mass of cartilage and possible organ. Found in the neck bulb section. Function unclear. Suspended in throat area. Humanoid, but just different enough. Its shape is uncanny, but it appears to serve no clear function. Extremities connect to surroundings via umbilical tissue. Mass seems to connect to Deinon's sensory organs. Oh, fascinating. What role does the biological body play for the Deinon? What is the nature of the Deinon soul? Voltage seems more important than blood. House circuits still burning out. Switch to 30A fuses? Alright. Now, before I come out of here, I'm gonna anticipate that we're probably not gonna be in the place that we were in before, or that, like, giant Deinon below us is gonna move or something like that. Because every time I've come out of one of these, like, book things where you get some, like, lore, something shitty has happened to me. Is it closer? I can't even tell. How did this solitary woman get this enormous thing down here? I mean, I'm assuming that she was rich, right? Like, she had to be. The juxtaposition of this very chill, relaxing music is, with the, like, cosmic horror portion of it, I dig it. Oh man. Gonna get out of your weird basement. God, this is like coming back up out of the freaking, Oedo-sen, where it's like you're like 15 floors underground. Alright, let's go! Let's make like Mario and GTFO. What is the quickest way out of this creepy-ass house? Alright, goodbye. Goodbye, disaster lesbians. Farewell. I've already found the bad end. That's right. Okay. Here we go. Single-prong valve clicked into place in the dusty console socket. Three-prong valve slid into place. Alright, cool. Coming out of here, and we're doing just fine, and we're gonna try to forget about the image of that giant freaking thing below us. Because that's... yeah, no thank you. Bye, everybody. We're never coming back here again. Data shaft 61A expunged. Weara, are you safe? The turbine. I love you. Oh, there's Larkin. Okay. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be Weara or Vieira. Well, that's good. I'm glad you loved your... I'm glad you loved your wife, crazy lady. It's all we can really ask for in this world. Alright. Heading home. Took me 22 minutes to get back to the farm. Okay, it dumped me right in the farm this time. Okay, let's see if there's any goodies we need to pick up around the farm here. I don't know that there necessarily will be, but... yeah, so there are. A large snail with a striking pattern on its shell. That day I shivered in the morning mist pouring through the fields. Couldn't remember leaving the house. The world had moved again. From nowhere, panic gripped me for minutes that I lost the ability to count. Eventually, I found the outline of the belief that things would right themselves, and clutched it like a stubborn child. I drifted quietly through the mist. Oh. Okay, well, we're in the misty area now, everybody. Time to grind, lest we get destroyed by... When the body is summoned, the soul is forced to separate. Fragments of lodestone. Ah, magnetic lodestone, eh? Electricity can allow the soul to speak again. Well, I mean, yeah, technically. More lodestone. And this, like, tree that looks like a, like a headless lady holding up her arms. With sufficient electricity, a new body can be made, even in the absence of the magnetic skin. Okay. The World Eater is a terrible beacon. And so, Larkin had said that the World Eater is the actual skids themselves. Like, the huge, like, machinery underneath the Earth's crust, right? Like, not the actual Dynan. The Dynan is just there. That one looks like an A. I would really appreciate a shift to run button. Her body stolen from her. For so long she was alone. In you, she recognized a familiar pain. A creature trapped within its own soul, yearning for escape. I mean, relatable, yeah. It even matters what direction I go in here. Time here is difficult for us to inhabit correctly. Okay, so the lodestone seems to be more significant than one might think. It says it's commonly occurring. The wooden Dynan. She is weak. Isabeline, don't be scared. Yeah, I don't think it matters what side you go out. You always end up... It's one of those things that's very easy to code into an RPG Maker style game, like a game with like tiled maps and stuff. It's very easy to code the whole like, you know, endless expanse and you can exit and end up in different places and blah blah blah. But yeah. It's kind of frustrating as a player to deal with that. Here's a bunch of dead Dynan. Okay, this one has a giant. Is it like... Oh, I see. It's like old and rotting? I'm not sure if the implication is that they've been killed or that they've died of old age, or so like this one's fairly young, maybe, because it's not that big and not that beat up. Anyway, that is to say, I'm not a huge fan of the whole, you know, like, oh, it's places and you gotta go off screen in the right order in order to progress. Just not a huge fan of that, to be you know? Okay, so this one's real big. Is this the final one, or do they get bigger? this Dynan graveyard. So, recapping the story a bit, Isabeline is left alone in this world. Her other, like, quote-unquote sisters have disappeared, so, like, Thea, the eldest, is gone. Eileen, the one that originally, like, owned the farm and, like, had already been there. We've got, Viviana is still kicking around, mostly because she just kind of, like, does her own thing and is off doing her own stuff. And then we're the youngest. We're playing as the youngest. And apparently we're special somehow. We want to escape, and we have some sort of, like, particular, like, sleepwalking ability that kicks in, which is kind of insinuating that we don't have control over ourselves entirely. We're gonna go in this thing's mouth like this. Or maybe not. We're not going in it? I thought this is, like, the biggest one, so we should go in it. Did it show? Maybe I have to look for something to pick up. And I'm trying to think about, like, you know, what are the things that the magnetism could also play in. So, you know, birds that migrate have, like, a magnet in their brain that helps them navigate, like, you know, the magnetic north of the pole, the North Pole, so they can kind of tell, like, where they are in relation to north and south. So that is part of it. I'm assuming that's also factoring into it as well. And since this also seems to be touching on some, like, transhumanism type themes, it's got this real juxtaposition between the mechanical and the organic, which is pretty common in a lot of SF stories, particularly when you get this sort of, like, science fiction gothic kind of deal. And it's also got this weird, like, American Gothic Dust Bowl-esque sort of vibe going on. It's a really interesting kind of combination of aesthetics. But I'm wondering if that factors into it somehow. Like, they keep calling the Dynan made out of wood, and it's a wooden Dynan, and I don't know if it, like, literally means someone has made it out of wood, or if that means that it's natural and, like, coming from nature. So I'm assuming it could be both also, I suppose. Porque no los dos, as it were. And then the juxtaposition of that, where everyone thinks that the Dynan is the World Eater, even though what actually is being referred to the World Eater is the mechanical stuff of the skids, which exists under the surface of the world. And sometimes your metaphor is literally just that straightforward, like in Heart of Darkness, where the metaphor of looking beneath the surface of the polite exterior of society and looking at the animalistic nature of human beings, it's literally represented by the surface of a river and refusing to try and squint to see what's below. So that could also be at play here, where it's the whole idea of the mechanisms by which our humanity function and our place in the universe functions is, you know, you don't want to pull back the curtain, as it were, and look at all of the, like, nasty mechanical stuff underneath this, like, natural beauty, and instead you distract yourself with the whole natural beauty thing. But the thing about nature and the organic is that it's mortal and it doesn't persist indefinitely. And you can see that with a lot of the stuff here, where, like, the Dynan are here and they're in this, like, misty area and they're just crumbling and falling into nothing. And whatnot. And then there's this whole thing about the magnetic lodestone, which, like I said, could factor into the story, like, as a motif of the sleepwalking, where she's being drawn to places, you know, as if it's a magnet or like a homing instinct kind of thing. I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to take away from it just yet. There's also the whole thing too that you have to deal with, where this is like a complete, like, women's society, and I don't know if, like, we're supposed to gather that that's always been that way, or it's this, like, matriarchal alternate universe kind of thing, where usually things are centered around, like, you know, men do everything important, um, or what. I'm not really sure what to make of that yet, but I think it probably ties into the whole, like, machine versus nature thing. Because one of the things that tends to come up with a lot is the whole, like, you know, like birth-giving metaphors and themes and things like that. So I do wonder if maybe that is tying into this somehow, because goddamn, there's some yonic ass imagery in this thing, and I don't know if that's just because this is inspired by like H.R. Giger, I think it's actually Giger, um, art, and like that whole, like, you know, very evocative sort of ties it into sexuality sort of deal. I don't know, I'm not really 100% sure. Um, and I don't know how I feel about it yet, like whether I'm like, it's a little too heavy-handed, or if I'm like, it's a little too, like, opaque and oblique in certain parts. I'll have to see how it comes together at the end. I enjoy the aesthetics so far. It's been fun, you know, playing this so far. And I mean, I'm not done. I still have a couple more hours, but I don't know. I'm enjoying it for the most part. I'll have to make a call on whether or not I think the writing and the story is a success at the end. And it's always a little bit tricky when you're dealing with things like this where it is heavily symbolic, and so a lot of it is going to be, you're not going to be able to necessarily evaluate it in like a traditional format kind of thing, because it's already trying to deconstruct your traditional narrative structures. So I don't know, we'll see. Towering forms loomed through the haze. Okay, I thought I was gonna find some lodestone and then that would be it, but no, apparently it's a sequence. I have to manifest whatever this is. Act of creation. A knowing entered my mind. Oh, I see. They're being nice now, and they're giving me directions. Thanks for that now. Even the largest of the Dynon husks had only been a child. I mean, I suppose in the grand scheme of things. Because, I mean, I guess also, too, it's talking about how, like, the Dynon are children here, and, like, not fully, like, adult. So I do kind of wonder if maybe, like, these are supposed to be evocative of, like, larval beings? You know what I mean? Like, maybe they're supposed to be, like, larvae, like maggots, or, you know, acres of young death. So, the job industry? Capitalism? This way. Again, a shift to run button would have been very appreciated in this game. Even slightly faster walking speed would have been quite appreciated. There were some hours I can't recall. After a time, I woke again in front of the house. I found Thea working in the fields. She embraced me with trembling relief and told me I had been missing for 9 days. Well, bad trip at the well. I don't think there's going to be anything in here because we've already been in here. We've already found something in here, but you never know, so you gotta be thorough. And I think the other reason too that I keep coming back to the whole like birth metaphor is because the game is called Fallow, and they all take Fallow as their like last name when they become societal outcasts, which kind of suggests that, you know, something. Most of our crops struggled in the dry soil of the barren homestead. I missed the generosity of the city's refuse, bruised fruit, stale fancy breads. Yeah, see, like this whole like, oh, farming and you know, new life and blah blah blah. It just, I don't know, it all very much seems evocative to me of... Do you understand? The obstacles in front of you create a blind spot. Memory can act as a mirror. It's not safe here any longer. Okay, we'll deal with that ghost in a second. Okay, you guys have the same thing. Okay, apparently there's something I haven't found yet. I'm gonna have to go look for it. I bet it's over in this giant area that nothing was in before. Oh, there's a thing up there. Okay. Let's go get it. First, let's check and see what's down here. This looks different. Fuel room. The creature's soul was a perfect ancient machine, holy and pure and observed by none. It's almost over. Very soon it won't hurt anymore. It's not safe here any longer. Okay, I don't know if I'm supposed to go get that yet. I may come back. Terrible quiet under the world. You ever have something like bother you and kind of unsettle you and you can't quite articulate why? You know? I think this game's really good at that. Okay, let's go get that other thing first, because that doesn't have like little like dudes around it, so I suspect it's not gonna take me anywhere else. Okay. Let's here, and then we're gonna go up. I also wonder too if this is going to be like some like spaceship Earth kind of deal where oh no, there are. Okay, well, guess I gotta do them both. An old gardening trowel of Thea's. I don't think of her as evil. I just think there was a genuine sweetness in her. You don't have to agree, but I truly believe that. Well, it's not simple. I understand. Some days I think I'm only inventing the hurt as some kind of excuse. But as an excuse for what? What you feel is the most real part of all of this. Sympathy, I suppose? It's not criminal to wish for understanding. There's still a feeling at the heart of it. It's clear that you're in pain. Is it? How could you know that? Because I know you. I think. And regardless, I trust you. I don't wish any ill on my blood. I can't be part of their world. Sounds like you feel certain. That's all you need, I promise. I've written letters to her. Could you keep them for me? I keep reading them and thinking about how things might have been. In the city, whenever I'd see a girl with her mother, I'd have to turn away. Never want to feel that loneliness ever again. Of course. Yeah. Someone else who has complicated mom feels, yeah. Like, you know, I'm not gonna get into it here, but yeah, I can relate to that. Okay, let's see what's up with this thing down here in the fuel room. Some kind of scale from an unknown creature. There are walls. I wish... Don't cry. I'm here. This isn't making any sense. There are always going to be walls. I'm not certain I understand. keep rotting and we can't even hold each other. We're all too fragile. In this world, I'm here. Everything's gonna end soon. I guess also because there's a very, like, birth-death cycle kind of thing going on, too, which also fits in with farming. With the whole, like, you know, seasons and rebirth, and yeah, everything's dead in winter, but it comes back in the spring. But it might be different, and it might be, you know... I can't decide exactly where I feel like this metaphor falls. A dirty scrap of cloth. I'm not trying to wound you. I don't understand how you'd like me to respond. I don't want you to say anything. If we're all gonna hurt each other this way, then there is no safety here. We make each other's sicknesses worse and we die isolated. How much is clear to me now? I can't be trapped here any longer. Well, what will you do? In the city? Anything that doesn't require trust. God. Wow, you just reached into me and just went, bleh, remember being a teenager? I'm sorry I took such a tone with you. Since Thea left, I don't feel safe here any longer. There's no place for me, not in this world. I know that we're sick, but we have to help each other through this. We don't have anyone else. Isn't that what you always say? I never had anyone. Not since Mother, not since the city, not since I was fooled into the illusion of safety only to have it torn away and blamed for all the failings that you won't even acknowledge in yourselves. I want to do better. You never do! Why am I always blamed for all the anger you fail to predict? I always see it. A haze over everything waiting to coalesce. I can't feel serenity for a second, not one! Angel. Clean that name from your mouth. Hope your bitterness swallows your soul. Stayed in the city for 14 days, flooded my body with death. I cried until I woke with my eyes cracked and sore, and, true to my word, gave my trust to no one. When I returned to the property, Island was gone. Yeah, well, you do that to yourself. Look, the only way that you can hurt somebody, really, is if they care about you. People, if you don't care about somebody, they can't, like, hurt you in a deep and meaningful way. That's just how it works. You and your little hedgehog paradox. You're gonna be over here and be all like, I'm prickly. Wait, was that always... Oh, yeah. I'm like, the thing is, you just have to accept that. You have to just accept that... Okay, this can't go in here. You have to just accept that to have the good, you have to also take the bad. That's just how it works. Like, I'm sorry that human relationships are messy, and I'm sorry that they are not, like, you know, streamlined to perfection, but that's the reality. No return beyond this point. Okay, we're not gonna go to sleep yet. We're actually gonna save because I gotta be finished for today. We are gonna save in slot 1. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. We got a little bit deep and kind of emotional there at the end, but I am serious. Like, you will be much happier if you accept that certain things are true. And the fact of the matter is, loving people comes with a price, and that price is hurting each other, that price is grief, that price is missing them when they're not there. And I think it's one of those things where it's like you kind of have to, like, and I'm not saying that I'm completely self-actualized and I'm 100% okay with all of these things either. I'm just saying, like, if you're more aware of it and you have the self-awareness to say, yeah, you know, it hurts right now and it hurts real bad, but I know what I'm getting out of it that's a positive, like I know why it's worth it, it makes it easier. I'm 100%, there you go, that's my free advice for you today. Is yeah, knowing what I mean, you're paying a price, yes, but knowing what you're getting in return, to me at least, makes things a lot easier. Makes it easier, makes it much better, makes your life, like, not as, like, random and meaningless, and I don't know. I'm one of those people that very much doesn't believe in fate. I think fate is kind of just like a half-assed excuse that people use, to kind of, like, give up control of their own lives. Because, I mean, like, yeah, the world is random, you can't control things like, you know, the body that you're in, or the family that you're born into, or where you are in the world, and things like that. And that's certainly true. And I think you need to also kind of, like, talk about that, too, because you can only really talk about, having entire control over your destiny if everything else is created equal, which it is not. So, yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's like, you have to understand that, yes, there's a certain amount of randomness in your life, and you can't control that, and you need to understand that you need to be able to differentiate between what's inside your sphere of influence and what you can change and control, and what you can't. And we don't have time to get into that right now, because I'm tired, and I need to go to bed. But anyway, that's my free deep thoughts for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching some more Fallow. We're getting to the end. We only have a little bit left, and there's a point of no return after this. So we're probably getting into the final bit of it. So once we finish Fallow, we're probably going to go back and do that finale for, what's it called? Birth Me Code. Since there's really only one episode left for that left. I'd love to, I'm probably gonna have, like, maybe, like, another, like, kind of later thing peppered in here somewhere, just to give myself a little bit of a break. I don't know when we're gonna do the thing necessarily, because, like, this weekend I have zero time. This weekend I'm working all day Saturday. Like I said, I have this huge meeting thing, and I'm gonna have to do all the English translation for it, all day, which means I have to be keyed in and paying attention the whole dang time, which is normally not how I am at this meeting. And then Sunday is our walk day. It's the every other week Nate and I go for a really long walk, and so tomorrow is one of our walking days, or Sunday this week is one of our walking days, so we're going to be going and doing that in the morning, and then in the afternoon we're going to get back into streaming. I don't know if we're going to come back this weekend necessarily. I think that was the original plan, was we were going to do it this weekend, but I don't know, we'll see. Maybe we'll do it next week. I don't know. But yeah, look forward to that. We had a discussion about what we were going to play next, and I think it's going to be kind of a cool idea. And I'm excited for that. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. Once we do that, I'm going to do a couple of other things. I want to find some fun stuff to play, find some things that are a little bit... I kind of want to go back and play a couple of games that I haven't had a chance to play yet. There's a bunch of things that are going to be coming out next month. Okay, pretend it's October when I said that. There's actually an indie game that I'm very excited that's coming out. I played the original demo, which was kind of like an alpha proof of concept kind of thing, and I was like, this is a cool idea. And then recently an actual demo came out, and I played the actual demo, and I was like, ooh, I really like it now. And like, I'm looking at the thing, and it looks so mind-bendy and weird, and like, oh, I love it. So maybe I'll play that. I don't know. It seems like one of those ones, because the dev is pretty well known. I feel like a lot of people are going to be playing that one, and it's not like I do this to get like big viewership or anything like that, but yeah, there's that. I kind of want to go back and see what the Japanese game making community has been putting up recently. I want to go back and I want to replay the other route in the latest part of Kimigashine. Like, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I want to do for the channel, and yeah, basically it's just been a matter of kind of like getting myself in the mindset of I'm gonna do this thing and I'm gonna enjoy it. And I think that's part of the thing, is I have a real bad tendency to just, like, succumb to inertia, where it's like, if I'm already, like, lying on the couch, I'm like, I don't want to get up and go to my desk and record for an hour, but then I go over and I record and I have a fabulous time, and then, you know, I go and I do some editing and whatever, and I end up really enjoying the whole process. So I need to remember, it's like, this is fun, it gets me to play and actually, like, finish, in most cases, the games that I probably wouldn't otherwise even, like, get that far in, and it's, you know, it's fun stuff. So, alright, that's gonna wrap it up for today. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope you guys all have a nice day. I'll be back tomorrow, if not with more Fallow, with at least some other kind of, like, maybe like a one-off or something like that, because I might need a break from this for a minute. Like I said last week, I really enjoy the game. It takes a lot out of me. It's got a very oppressive atmosphere, that is hammering on some of my own issues and insecurities and stuff. So I kind of need a break from it. So I might do something else, just as kind of like a fun thing, you know, tomorrow and Friday, and then we'll get back to, you know, Fallow after the weekend and finish it up. So we have one more episode of Fallow. We have one more episode of Birth Me Code. We have, I don't know, probably a couple more episodes of, well, maybe not, because I'm probably gonna cut out a lot of the stuff that's very similar from the Kimigashine run, because a lot of it's not gonna change. So, you know, oh, I don't even know how much of it's gonna be that different. So we'll see how I want to edit that, or if I just want to grab some clips and edit them together, or if I want to actually record the whole thing and then edit out the parts that aren't that different, or use the parts that aren't that different to talk about my theories about where the story's kind of going. I don't know, we'll have to see. Yeah, I want to do that. I've had a couple things. I want to do a couple of review sort of videos. Like I said in the last one, I finished playing the Neo World Ends With You. And so I want to talk about that. I've been wanting to talk about Omori for like months, ever since I finished it. But I haven't actually gotten around to that yet. And I have a whole, like, outline and, like, part of a script written up, and I just haven't done it. So I'll have to find time to do that. I have another idea of something else I wanted to do, too. I've had some other kind of, like, ideas of going back and looking at some of my own writing from when I was younger, and, like, doing that. That stuff's probably going to be on my own personal channel, though, probably not on here. And yeah, so basically I just kind of want to, like, give you guys an update on what I'm thinking and the kinds of stuff we're going to cover. And yeah, so anyway, take it easy. Hope you guys have a great day, and bye!